Dennis Seaman has been really good so far from our point of view. He has kept 10 clean sheets in 14 appearances, even if he has conceded 9 goals. And his average rating of a 7.24 is showing quite why we needed him around. But there is a problem that's happened. He's just been injured. He's fractured his wrist recently. And things have been going very well recently as well. And things haven't been going very well recently as well. So, are we in danger of falling away from our goal this year? Of getting a trophy, or at least competing for European football again? I don't think we are, but the wheels are starting to fall a little bit, unfortunately. The first game we had since our victory against Astana, which was 7-0, was a 1-0 victory against Bochum. Jata the only finished the game, and that was a good game. But we definitely could have done more than just a 1-0 victory. It felt like we were not incredible in this game, despite the fact we got all 3 points against Bochum. So, a game I'm happy we won, but I feel like we should have done better in. The next game we had was against RB Leipzig, and for the first time this season in the league, we were beaten thanks to a Benjamin Sesko header. It's only the second time in the league we conceded a goal, but going into this game, we were both on equal points, 4 wins, 1 draw in the league, and they beat us. And it was close. We probably didn't deserve it based on their chances per shot, but they had their 1 shot on target. They scored with it. We had 2 shots on target and didn't score. So really, is there anyone else to blame but ourselves in this situation? Because I don't think there is. We then took on Real Sociedad in the Champions League and drew 0-0. I don't think there was any major highlights that I could talk about in this. I'm going to show you these highlights anyway. I think this is the 17th I think the game. This was the first highlight I can show you for key highlights. This was one of those games that nothing happened. That's the only key highlight I can show you. That's how bad this game was to watch. But we got a point in Spain, so I couldn't really complain. We then hosted Augsburg, and inside 15 minutes, we won the game. Perai finds Esposito, and Esposito with that lovely finish to give us the lead, to give us all 3 points. A good response to losing to RB Leipzig, and it was good to see that we can do this either way, and that we weren't just going to start collapsing under the pressure. That was to come next. Last year, we went to Cologne and lost 4-0. This year, we're losing 5. That is a horrifying way to start the game. 5 minutes in, Jata with a horrifying pass to the goalkeeper. Didn't do well. Then they score from a corner. Selke is a nuisance, apparently. That's 2-0. Then it's 3-0 inside 39 minutes. And it's one of those games, isn't it? When Aronson is able to get that time and space and able to shoot. This is where most of Siemens' goals were conceded. 5 in one match out of the 9 he's conceded. Then Selke scores again. And that's 4-0. This is the 5th goal. 87 minutes in. We just did not do well. Vuskovic loses out there. And yeah, this was really, really bad. Don't think I can really recall a worse game than this by us. The mistakes we're making were pathetic, and they actually deserved the scoreline. It felt like it was one of those days, unfortunately for us. Still, we then hosted Bayern Munich and drew 0-0 to get our 5th point in the Champions League. And again, I'm going to try and show you the key highlights. I don't think there was a lot to talk about here. I think we had a few highlights, but we did have a corner ourselves. Harwood Bellis is still taking them. I haven't changed that. I'm letting my set-piece coach take care of this. But we did have a chance in this game. Vuskovic finds Muller. Muller, it does go over. I can't remember how many highlights there were, but there were enough to talk about. And more than the sort of that game. This is the second highlight of the game. And Vuskovic is taking it now. So no highlights of Bayern Munich. So that's a good sign. And unlike the rest of that game, we're actually having highlights ourselves. And we are hosting Bayern Munich. So again, it's one of those games. If we are scoring those, that's wonderful. And Vuskovic is taking those free kicks because he's actually good at it. But Bayern Munich do have a highlight in themselves. But Seaman gets the ball comfortably. So it's really good goalkeeping there. I believe we have a moment to forget. I remember what happens here. He does this. I don't know why that's happened, but Kane doesn't take advantage of it and probably should have done better. But then again, so should Seaman. So, yeah, not great from our point of view. Sometimes it's one of those things you have to believe it to see it. You have to see it to believe it, you know? And that was one of those moments I couldn't believe it was happening, and we almost paid the price. You wouldn't have thought he was the best player on the pitch in our point of view, but clearly he had a good game. The next game we hosted Mainz, and we're really good. 4-0 we won this game. Howard Bellis, I think, was the person that scored that goal, so that was good. And then Oliver finds David, who's playing as a deep line playmaker this game. He finds Viz, and Viz scores, so 2-0 before half-time. I'm happy with this. And then we have a penalty. Esposito scores it to make it 3 in like 64 minutes. Before we get another set piece, Bellis takes it this time. And Lazio finds Corridorfa to make it 4. So that was a good game from our point of view. Biggest win in the league so far, which is not saying a lot because we don't really seem to score a lot of goals in the league so far for some reason. We've had a 9-0 win in the Cup and a 7-0 win in the Champions League. So the fact this is our biggest league win is interesting, but tells a different story potentially that we need to do better in the league in the attacking side of things. Goalkeeping-wise, defensively, we're really good if you take away the 5-0 defeat against Cologne. We do have to improve somewhere. Then we took on Hanover in the DFB-Pokal, and this was a game I'd rather forget it so very early on. Esposito scores the opening goal, and I thought, it's going to be a good game. Then we conceded an equaliser in, say, 60 minutes, and it's one of those games where you generally couldn't believe it was happening, and it's with that goal, so I thought, okay, it's fine, it's 1-1, we can still win this game easily enough. Then they have this highlight, and this highlight was the moment I realised we're probably going to lose this game when De Silva Maria has that second attempt. Okay, 2-1, we can bounce back, and we do before half-time, 43 minutes in. Jatta, too much time and space given, so I just thought, okay, that's good. He finds Buck for his first ever goal for the club. Again, good, 2-2. Then they score from a set piece, and it's one of those set pieces, the long throw. It wasn't really a long throw that called us out, it was actually the cross afterwards that with Berto Owen scores. But then we score from a corner. Later on, Esposito takes it, and Jonas Davis scores. Yes, Sergio Rico's on. Simon gets injured. We are going to see some penalties here. They actually miss a. There's actually 11 penalties each in this. I won't show all of them because I don't want to. Sergio Rico saves that penalty, and I thought, we're going to go through. Despite this scare, we're going to go through. We're going to do well. But there's one penalty taker that hasn't been shown because he missed, and I don't know why it's not showing you this one, but I'm annoyed that it's not showing it. Look at the penalties, by the way. Some of these penalties are ridiculous. Even Ramos has scored a penalty, and he's not really someone I was expecting to take a penalty, but there you go. But yes, this is the long highlight that I didn't think would do this. Again, Buck in off the post. Good penalty from him. Then their goalkeeper takes the penalty. Okay, Zylos takes it, and yeah, they're not showing up missed penalties, are they? Because they don't want to embarrass the players. We lost some penalties. 10-9. 10-9. Yes, 10 goals to 9. And the stats even show that we didn't deserve to be in the game. So just make of that what you will. I did have to rotate. I'm having to rotate a lot more this season than I did last year. And it's definitely hurting me. And it's frustrating to know that the team are not performing to my standards, not to my expectations, and they're failing me right now. But then again, I thought we could be Hanover, even with some different players in, because they're all Bundesliga level players, right? Apparently, Hanover are quite good, or we're just not very good against them. I don't know, but we didn't win this game, and it's frustrating. Then we went to Dortmund, and remember last year we lost here 5-1? Yeah, we do not like Dortmund apparently. Krug also scored against us. He scored 4 against us last time. He scored against us again. And, we just don't know how to deal with him. Nameka this time is also getting the score sheet, and this is a good finish, to be fair. But Sergio Rico's in goal because Siemens now injured, and this is what I was showing you about. Then Julian Brand does that, and that's just a good goal. I can't even begrudge him for that one. But 3-0 against Dortmund. We have one shot, none on target. How are we meant to win when we don't do that well? They just absolutely outplayed us, and that says it all, doesn't it? The last game we had was against Ajax in the Champions League, and I thought we'd be doing okay. Then Muller gets caught by Akpo, like that, and 2 minutes in, that happens. I thought, okay, we could still do something from this. 55 minutes in, they double the lead, and I knew it was over. Conceição finds Akpo, Akpo finds back in there, and it's just not our day, is it? First defeat in the Champions League, this is. Did they deserve to win? I'll let you be the judge of that, because the first goal was just a calamity. The second goal was just really well worked. I don't know what's going on with my team right now, but between rotation, between injuries and everything else, I think we've been exposed for not being the level we want to be yet. Knocked out the DFB-Pokal, haven't won in 3 in the Champions League, starting to capitulate a little bit in the league as well. and it's just not going away, is it? That's 3 defeats in 3 different competitions. It's a struggle, to say the least, right now. That being said, we take on Fortuna Düsseldorf today. They're down in 13th, newly promoted, so good time to come back. We got the international break after this game. This is why I'm back now. And I also just wanted to stop playing the save for the time being, for at least for the day. It's one of those things, when you know you don't want to play the save, you just stop. That's how I stop myself and burn myself out at this point. Because if I don't stop myself from playing the save, then I'm just going to get miserable. Or I just want to do something else. It's one of those things. But Bayern Munich are above us by 1 point, but they played a game more than us. They've won 6 times, drawn 2, lost 3. We've won 6, drawn 1, lost 3. Freiburg and Bayer Leverkusen are actually above us outright on due to the performances so far. We've only scored 11 goals in 10 games this year and conceded 10 goals. I think you can see where our problem lie this year. We are not scoring enough goals. We can beat Bayern Munich. Every game we've won, we've had a clean sheet in. Every game we've not won, we've conceded a goal. And it's starting to get a bit more problematic than I want to admit. And I really need such a weaker to give a clean sheet today because we have not been good for whatever reason. Oh, and in the Champions League, we're down in 24th place, which is fine. We're actually surviving by goal difference right now. It turns out the 7-0 victory against Astana was actually more important than I ever thought it would be, but there you go. Turns out we might have needed that scoreline to save our skin. But what can you do? But that being said, some teams around us, Freiburg have been really good this year. They taken Heidenheim today. Bayer Leverkusen, oh my god, they got Dortmund. That's a big game. That actually could ease some pressure off myself. I just signed a new contract as well, by the way. So, yeah, we're doing better there. Wolfsburg are actually not doing as well as I thought they were doing. Their manager's also just been linked with the Inter Milan job, so Nagelsmann could be leaving for Italy soon, so fair play to him. But yeah, we just signed a new contract, and as soon as that contract got signed, we've lost the last 3 games. It really is one of those things. We get a new contract and suddenly we start being poor. I don't know why. But still, we need to beat Düsseldorf today. We really need to beat them. You're starting to see the problem with some of my players. Fitness. Fitness is a problem. I didn't realize it would be this bad. Yeah. Johanna's also injured. Delat's injured. Cal's also injured. And Simon Stevens out injured for another 2 weeks. So we're not at our best. Fitness-wise and full strength-wise. Harwood Bellis is now considered the best player, to be honest with you. This might be the best free signing I've ever made in the save, which is saying a lot. 3 goals, 3 assists as well. He's proven himself to be quite useful. Likes big matches as well. Consistent. Yeah, this guy might be the best signing we'll make, and I hope we can keep hold of him and that nobody activates his release clause. It's gone to the point that I've been asked, do you think he could play for England? Yeah, I think he could play for England. I just need him to not do well enough that he gets picked up by other teams. But there you go. I took out Buck because actually he's still not fully fit. He's slightly tired. Sorry, not Buck. I took out VSC's not fully fit either. Yeah, 3 players I just took out. There's 2 more players on the bench who are started who I would like to do better with. We're not really doing our best, are we? We're struggling with injuries. We need to rotate a lot. It's a second season syndrome, effectively. We started great. I thought, oh, we've got good signings here. But then injuries started hitting, and when injuries start hitting, you're not in a good position. Either way, really hope we do well in this game because we need to win desperately. Cheers for the victory! But yes, we've rotated the squad a little bit. I mean, if you look at our back line, you can pretty much tell pretty much everyone in the back 4 and the DM position are all rotated in, and that's a bad pass. So yeah, Asa I should expect to do better. If Vuskovic also got upset with the fact, oh, I wasn't playing enough, well, you were going to play anyway. Oh, the person you were going to replace has just got injured, so you're definitely playing now. Benez is back up now. Jazz has been in poor form. Parai was upset, but then actually got happy that I was playing him. And this is going to go bad, isn't it? I actually managed this team in FM23, and we're losing to them. We're in really bad form. Rika's lost his way, isn't he? He was my starting goalkeeper last year at times, and then he just went out of form. Then I sold Fernandez because he wanted to move, and now this is happening. Still, corner. Parai's taking it. That's a good crawl. Latsor should have done better with that. Still, free kick. Benez can take it. If we lose, we're actually down to 6th at the moment, which is saying a lot. I actually don't mind if we don't get top 4 this year. It would be nice, but Venice almost scores. The more I think about this, the more I realize actually what we did last year was such a miracle that we shouldn't have been expecting it at all. Yes, we've strengthened our squad, but if we get European football, but in the form of Europa League or Conference League, I'm not upset about that. As Parai shoots and scores. So, we're back in this game. We've equalised. It's not offside, referee. Come on. Don't fall for that trap. But I would not be averse to the idea of playing the Conference League at all, because I think that's a good opportunity for us to get a trophy. I really do. And if we get a trophy at one point or another, then great. It'd be really good. And that's still first season partnership as well, Benez and Parai. So, a good opportunity for us to do well. How close was it being offside? Nowhere near, was it? Nowhere near. Come on, guys. Okay, so this is one of those games. If we come back from behind and get a win here, that'd be nice. I've not really made a change, honestly. I've just let the players do their thing. And Mahin gets to that briefly, but then loses it. But then again, a good tackle. But then they got an opportunity, and Apple Kemp would be thinking, how has he not scored? If we win after conceding, the first time we've got a win this year, despite conceding the goal, or conceding verse for that matter. We've never won when we conceded the goal so far this year in the league, which is a bit alarming, but what can you do? I just realized that might actually account for the cups. When we conceded a goal, we've not won a game. In any competition. That's bad. Seriously, what causes my players to suddenly drop their heads and to start performing poorly by when they concede a goal? I wish I knew what the problem was there. Freiburg are not winning though. Hoffenheim are winning and actually going above us as things stand. That's not good either. And Bayer Leverkusen take a Dortmund later, so we take advantage of the situation we're being presented with and actually win. They got a long throw. I don't know what it is about long throws recently, but Sergio Rico actually does much better with that than I was expecting him to. I also don't know what it is about most of my players that just do really badly. I know I've rotated, but I also know I have to rotate and rest players at the moment because they are just tired. I don't want to get them injured. That'd be stupid. But here's Ramos anyway. Oh my god, David. David, what are you doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? If he's offside, that's a miracle, but I don't think he is. And then one of our players is also injured. I think he just literally got injured getting the ball from our player. Yes, that's a goal. Okay. I thought, truly, that we wouldn't actually be... Where's that guy just pulls up randomly the other side of the pitch? I don't know what's going on there, but that's bad. That's really bad. We got a throw. Oliveira comes and takes it to Wies. Here's David. Oliveira. Wies again. And surely an opportunity. I feel annoyed. I feel so annoyed right now. We should be taking these chances. We have to take these chances right now. Howard Bears with the corner. I don't even know why he's taking the corner, but I don't care. He's actually got an assist from him. At least 2 or 3. And now we need to do better. Come on, guys. Another corner. Bennett takes it this time. Plays it in. And Howard Bears. I think it was Howard Bears that time. And that apparently was a bad miss. Another corner. Howard Bears. I've gone more positive because I feel like I have to. Why is he doing this? Why? Mahin now. Okay. We've got a few minutes to go. 20 minutes to go, to be fair. This Bilal, surely chance. Goal. He's not offside. He's actually scored a goal in the league this season again. For the second year running, I think, as well. He's only scored to me in the Bundesliga, which is amazing. But that's 2-2. That's the equaliser. Can we now get the winner, please? I need the winner. I know you've got it in you guys. Come on. And I didn't see a single highlight after that goal. Okay, we drew 2-2. That's annoying. That's not great. That is not great. Another draw. And everyone else draws. Of course, everyone else draws as well when we draw. If we win that game, we're second right now. Unbelievable. And Dortmund win. So we actually don't lose ground and Bayer Leverkusen. RB Leipzig got game in hand still. So they actually generally could go 7 points clear and actually win the league this year, which is kind of ridiculous. But there you go. What I'm going to do is end this here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys will like and share this video and that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.